एक ही अरमान है, जिंदगी हो खुशनुमा, इस जगत के वास्ते हम बने अब रहनुमा, हम बने अब रहनुमा। एक ही अरमान है, एक ही अरमान है, एक ही अरमान है। मन बने मधुबन हमारा, महके जग ही उपवन सारा, कर दे पावन सबका जीवन, जो बहे गंगा की धारा, जो बहे गंगा की धारा, जो बहे गंगा की धारा। कर दे शीतल तपते और को बन के चेतन चंद्रमा, इस जगत के वास्ते हम बने अब रहनुमा, हम बने अब रहनुमा। प्यार भर कर के हृदय में प्यास हर मन की बुझाए, ज्योति जीवन की जगा कर ज्ञान का दीपक जलाए, ज्ञान का दीपक जलाए, ज्ञान का दीपक जलाए। देख कर के कर्म अपने खुश हो प्रभु परमात्मा, इस जगत के वास्ते हम बने अब रहनुमा, हम बने अब रहनुमा। सांसों के सरगम से गूंजे गीत बस भगवान का, धड़कनों से शब्द निकले खुशियों के वरदान का, खुशियों के वरदान का, खुशियों के वरदान का। नेक चिंतन से बदल दे ये ज़मीं और आसमां, इस जगत के वास्ते हम बने अब रहनुमा, हम बने अब रहनुमा। एक ही अरमान है, जिंदगी हो खुशनुमा, इस जगत के वास्ते हम बने अब रहनुमा, हम बने अब रहनुमा, हम बने अब रहनुमा।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today is Sunday. We will listen to Avyakta version. 13 February 2003. On that day this version was spoken and we will revise it. Today is 8 December 2024 and the headline of today's Murli: at the present time, you have to now reveal your merciful and bestower form. Baba has given us two duties. One is to have self-upliftment and the second is to become the world benefactor. We have to perform these two duties. And Baba has given us this understanding through which we become merciful. We have mercy and we also have to reveal our bestowers. Today, the Father, the bestower of blessings, is seeing his children who are bestowers of knowledge, bestowers of power, bestowers of virtues, and messengers of God. Each child has become a master bestower and is making efforts from his heart to bring souls close to the Father. There are many types of souls in the world. Some souls want the nectar of knowledge. Some souls want power and virtues. Whereas you children constantly have all of these unending treasures. You are those who fulfill the desires of all souls. When we have got unbroken treasures, unending treasures, we can fulfill everyone's desires day by day, because the time of completion is coming close. Souls are now looking for some new support. Therefore, you souls have become instruments to give souls a new support. Bab Dada is pleased to see the zeal and enthusiasm of you children. On the one hand, there is a need, and on the other hand, there is zeal and enthusiasm. At a time of need, even one drop is very important. So at this time, There is importance in the drops you give, in the messages you give. The present time is the time for the form of all of you children to be revealed as merciful bestowers. Even in your eternal forms, you Brahmin souls have the sanskars of bestowers. This is why in the picture of the Kalpa tree, you are shown among the roots of the tree. Because everything in the tree is reached from the roots. The meaning of your original deity form of Devata is one who gives. Your form in the middle period is the image of being worthy of worship. Even in the middle period, your bestowers who give blessings through your worthy of worship forms. Your bestowers who give good wishes and blessings. The special forms of you souls is that of bestowers. So even now, you have become God's messengers and are spreading the message of the Father's revelation. Therefore, let each Brahmin child check do the original and eternal sanskars of a bestower remain constantly emerged in your life. You not only have to benefit yourself, you have found Baba, but is the true knowledge has to be given to everyone. The sign of souls who have the sanskars of a bestower are they never have even the slightest thought that only if someone gives to them will they give, or that they will do something only if someone else does it. No, they don't have that kind of sanskar. They don't have that kind of thought that if they do, I will do. They are constantly open treasure stores. So Bab Dada was looking at the sanskars of a bestower in all the children everywhere. What would he have seen? It is a number-wise, is it not? Never have the thought, if this were like this, then I would also do this. Those who have the sanskars of a bestower automatically receive cooperation from everywhere. not only from souls,
प्रकृति भी समय प्रमाण सहयोगी बन जाती है।
but even nature becomes cooperative according to the time.
जो सदा दाता बनता है,
It is a subtle account that when someone becomes a bestower, the fruit of the charity is that soul
सफलता
easily receives cooperation and success at the right time.
इसलिए सदा दातापन के संस्कार
Therefore, constantly keep the sanskars of a bestower immersed.
गुणा फल देता है।
In your accounts of charity, you receive tenfold fruit for one.
संकल्प द्वारा
So note
द्वारा
how much you have accumulated throughout the day in your account of charity through your thoughts, words, relationships, and connections as a charitable soul. Even by serving with your minds, you accumulate in your accounts of charity.
खुशी में लाना
You can accumulate in your account of charity by bringing happiness to weak souls with your words,
शिकस्त आत्मा को
by making distressed souls aware of their honor, by putting zeal and enthusiasm into disheartened souls with your words,
अपने श्रेष्ठ
and enabling souls
कराना
who are in a relationship or connection
खाता जमा कर
to experience the color of your elevated company.
जन्म में इतना पुण्य करते
You accumulate so much charity in this birth
तो जो आधा कल्प पुण्य का खाता खाते हो
that you eat the fruit of that charity for half a cycle,
पापी आत्माओं को वायुमंडल द्वारा
and for the other half cycle you liberate sinful souls from their sins through the atmosphere created by your non-living images.
का जमा हुआ पुण्य का खाता
You become purifiers. Therefore, Bab Dada continues to look at every child's account of the charity that have accumulated,
उमंग साथे
seeing the zeal and enthusiasm of the children at the present time for doing service.
सेवा का उमंग अच्छा
Bab Dada is pleased.
सभी अपने
The majority of children had very good enthusiasm for doing service. You are all putting plans of service into a practical form in your own way. Bab Dada is congratulating you all for this from his heart.
और अच्छा करते रहेंगे।
You are doing well and will continue to do well.
बात ये है
The best thing of all is
कि सभी का संकल्प
that everyone's thoughts and time have become busy in doing this.
हरेक को ये लक्ष्य है
Everyone has the aim
कि चारों ओर की सेवा से
of serving everywhere
सभी का उलाहना
because all the
जरूर करना।
complaints definitely have to end.
ब्राह्मणों के दृढ़ संकल्प में
The determined thoughts of Brahmins are filled with a lot of power.
अगर ब्राह्मण दृढ़ संकल्प करे तो क्या नहीं हो सकता।
If Brahmins have determination, then what is not possible? everything would be accomplished.
सिर्फ योग को ज्वाला रूप बना,
Simply let your yoga take the form of powerful flames. With our determined thought, everything can happen.
सिर्फ योग को ज्वाला रूप बना,
Yoga have to be made
योग ज्वाला,
volcanic form.
तो ज्वाला के पीछे आत्माएं स्वतः ही
When your yoga takes the form of powerful flames, souls will automatically follow the powerful flames,
मिलने से
because when they receive light,
रास्ता दिखाई,
they will be able to see the path.
इतना लॉजिकल बाबा का जवाब,
Baba's answer is logical.
लाइट मिलेगी और लाइट मिलने से
Volcanic form means you receive light, and through the light you will be able to see the path.
लेकिन योग
You are having yoga now, but it has to take the form of powerful flames. Zeal and enthusiasm for doing service are increasing very well.
अभी अंडरलाइन कर,
But you now have to underline yoga in order for it to take the form of powerful flames.
ऐसी फलक आ जाए
Your drishti
जो दृश्य
should have such a sparkle
का अनुभव करे,
that others definitely experience something or other from it.
फॉरेन वालों ने ये जो सेवा की थी,
Bab Dada liked the method of serving that people abroad did,
ऑल ऑफ टाइम वालों
of the call of the time,
की उसकी विधि
the bringing of small gatherings close,
छोटे से संगठन को समीप लाया। बाबा तो हर सीजन में कहते रहे हैं,
Baba has been saying in every season
रिश्ता बना
that you have to bring the bouquet of IP and VIP,
बना के समीप लाओ,
have to bring a small gathering and bring them close.
अलग अलग सेवा तो कर रहे हैं,
Every center, every zone is doing their individual service,
संगठन बना।
but you now have to create a gathering of all the professions.
कि बिखरी हुई सेवा बहुत है,
Bab Dada had told you that service spreads everywhere,
कुछ समीप आने वाली योग्य आत्माओं का संगठन चुनो।
so now select a gathering of worthy souls
समय
from those who have been served everywhere and bring them close.
लाते रहो,
Then from time to time
उनका
continue to bring that gathering close.
उमंग बढ़ाओ।
Enable their zeal and enthusiasm
दादा
for doing service to increase.
कि ऐसी आत्माएं हैं, लेकिन अभी वो
Bab Dada sees that there are such souls,
संगठित रूप में नहीं,
but that they are not receiving sustenance in a powerful way collectively.
ना मिल रहे,
They are receiving sustenance individually according to their capacity.
देख कर भी उमंग
They can have enthusiasm in a gathering when they see one another.
ये कर सकता है,
If that one can do this,
मैं भी कर सकता हूँ,
then I can also do it.
मैं भी करूँगा तो मंगा।
I will also do it. They can then have enthusiasm.
दादा अभी सेवा का प्रत्यक्ष संगठित रूप देखना चाहते हैं।
Bab Dada now wants to see this practical collective form of service.
हर एक अपने वर्ग की
Bab Dada is pleased to see that each one of you is making very good effort to serve your professions, your areas, your zones, and your centers. Now bring some of those in front of Baba.
ऐसे सर्विसेबल वीआईपी का संगठन सामने लाओ।
So you have to bring the gathering of those VIPs.
का भी उमंग बाप दादा के पास पहुंचता है।
The enthusiasm of the householders also reaches Bab Dada. Bab Dada is also pleased to see the double foreigners.
डबल फॉरेनर्स का भी डबल कार्य में रहते
The double foreigners doing a double task
में स्वयं
of living at home and making effort in doing service and making effort on themselves.
बाप दादा खुश
Bab Dada is pleased to see this.
डबल फॉरेनर्स तो लौकिक सर्विस भी करते हैं,
Double foreigners, they work
भी चलाते हैं,
for their living. They also run the centers
उमंग अच्छा
and they are having very good zeal and enthusiasm doing the double task.
वायुमंडल को देख
When you see the atmosphere abroad at the present time,
में डरते तो नहीं,
you Brahmin souls are not afraid, are you?
कैलेमिटीज चारों ओर आ रही
There are natural calamities everywhere. You are not worrying about it
क्या होगा
as what will happen tomorrow.
ये तो नहीं सोचते,
You don't think about tomorrow. Will it be good?
बाबा की तरफ से कल अच्छा होगा,
On Bab Dada, on behalf of Bab Dada, tomorrow will be very good.
होना
It is good and anything that happens will be good.
दुनिया में हलचल होगी,
To the extent that there is upheaval in the world,
ब्राह्मणों की स्टेज अचल,
to that extent, the stage of you Brahmin souls will remain unshakable. Is it like this?
की हलचल है या अचल है,
Are you double foreigners shaking or are you unshakable? Are you unshakable?
हलचल में तो नहीं है ना,
You are not fluctuating, are you?
जो अचल है वो हाथ उठाओ,
Those who are unshakable, raise your hands.
अचल है,
You are unshakable.
फिर बाबा पूछ रहे
Baba is again and again asking you,
कुछ हो जाए तो
what if something happens tomorrow?
भी अचल है ना,
You will still be unshakable, will you not?
क्या होगा,
What will happen?
कुछ नहीं होगा,
Nothing will happen.
बाबा कारण भी बता रहे हैं उसका,
Baba is giving the reason.
आत्माओं के ऊपर परमात्मा छत्र छाया,
You Brahmins have the canopy of God's protection over you.
जैसे वाटर प्रूफ, कितना भी वाटर हो,
When something is waterproof,
इन वाटर
then no matter how much water comes,
हो जाता,
because it is waterproof, you remain waterproof.
हलचल,
In the same way,
लेकिन ब्राह्मण आत्माएं
no matter how much upheaval there is,
छाया के अंदर
Brahmin souls are constantly proof under the canopy of God's protection.
अच्छा होना,
You are carefree emperors, are you not?
थोड़ा फिकर है,
Or are you a little worried
क्या होगा,
as what will happen?
नहीं,
No. carefree,
स्वराज्य अधिकारी बन,
be self-sovereign,
बादशाह बन,
be a carefree emperor,
अचल अड़ोल सीट पर सेट कर,
and remain set on the unshakable and immovable seat.
से नीचे नहीं उतर,
Don't get off your seat.
अपसेट होना अर्थात
To become upset means
सेट नहीं है तो
that you are not set on your seat. For this is why you become upset.
सेट जो है वो स्वप्न में भी
Those who are set on their seats
नहीं।
cannot become upset even their dreams.
माताएं क्या समझती हैं?
What do you mothers think?
हम माताओं से पूछ रहे बाबा,
Baba is asking the mothers.
सीट पर सेट होना बैठना आता है ना?
Do you know how to set yourselves and sit on your seats?
हलचल तो नहीं होती है ना?
There isn't fluctuation. Is there?
कंबाइंड है।
Bab Dada is combined with you.
जब सर्वशक्तिमान आपके कंबाइंड है
Since the Almighty Authority is combined with you,
अकेले समझे
why should you be afraid?
तो हलचल में आएगी।
If you consider yourself to be alone,
इतनी भी
there would be fluctuation.
लेकिन आप
If you remain combined, then no matter how much fluctuation there is, you would remain unshakable. Is this right, mothers? Mothers, raise your hand.
बाबा के साथ कंबाइंड रहो और
Remain combined with Baba and remain unshakable.
कंबाइंड है ना?
You are all combined.
नहीं है ना?
Are you not?
बाप की जिम्मेवारी
You are not alone. Are you?
सीट पर सेट
It is the Father's responsibility.
तो बाप की जिम्मेवारी है।
If you are set on your seats, it is the Father's responsibility. If you become upset, it is your responsibility.
को संदेश द्वारा अंजलि देते रहेंगे,
If you continue to give souls a drop with a message,
स्वरूप में स्थित रहेंगे,
you will remain stable in the form of a bestower,
शक्ति मिलती
and you will continue to receive power as the fruit of the charity you did as a bestower.
अपने को आत्मा करावन हार है।
While walking and moving around,
कर्मेंद्रियां
let there constantly be the awareness emerged of your being a soul,
कर्मेंद्रियां
one who makes others act, and that your physical organs are your workers who do the work.
सदा इमर्ज रूप में हो, ऐसे नहीं कि मैं तो हूँ ही आत्मा।
Don't think I am a soul anyway.
स्मृति इमर्ज,
Let this be emerged in your awareness.
मर्ज रूप में रहता है।
It is merged there,
इमर्ज रूप में रहने से
but when it has emerged,
नशा, खुशी,
you will have that intoxication,
रोलिंग पावर,
happiness, and controlling power.
खुशी और
Intoxication,
पावर,
happiness, and controlling power.
मजा भी आता है। क्यों?
You also enjoy yourselves.
क्योंकि
Why?
साक्षी होकर के कर्म कराते,
Just as a king keeps all his workers
बार बार
under his control
हार
and makes them work
कर्म
according to his orders.
कर रही हूँ,
In the same way, When you are aware of being a soul,
करने कर्म
who is
ऑर्डर में
the one who has things done through others,
ऑर्डर से कराते, ऐसे आत्मा
all your physical senses will remain in order.
तो सर्व सर्व
So be aware of being a soul who is Karavanhar,
माया
and all your physical senses will remain in order.
आपके
They will not come under Maya's orders. They will remain under your orders.
माया देखती है,
Otherwise, Maya sees
आत्मा अलग
when a soul is making others do everything, has become careless, and so she begins to give orders.
शेठ बॉस वही अलबेलेपन में हो, गफलत में हो,
If the king or
कर्मचारी अपने मन से करे,
the master will be in their own way,
कभी संकल्प शक्ति कभी
then Maya will also work in its own way.
में चल पड़ती है। इसलिए सदा
Sometimes the power of your mind and sometimes the power of your mouth moves under the orders of Maya. Therefore, constantly make your physical senses work under your orders.
जो चाहते हैं
Don't say, I didn't want it to happen, but it happened.
अभी से राज्य अधिकारी बनने के
Only what you want to happen should happen.
तब ही वहाँ भी राज्य चले।
Only if you fill yourselves with the sanskars of a self-sovereign now, will you be able to rule the kingdom there.
स्वराज्य अधिकारी की सीट से कभी भी नीचे नहीं आओ।
Never come off your seat of a self-sovereign.
यहाँ ऑर्डर पर रहेगी,
If your physical senses are under your orders,
शक्ति भी आपके ऑर्डर में रहे।
then all the powers will then remain under your orders.
रहे हैं ना,
You are all listening, isn't it? You have to write it down.
जगा दो उसे। कर्मेंद्रियां ऑर्डर पर रहेगी तो हर शक्ति भी आपके ऑर्डर में,
If your physical senses are under your orders, all the powers will then remain under your orders. Whatever power you need at a particular time
जी हाजिर
will present itself at that time.
ऐसे नहीं काम पूरा हो जाए,
It should not be that you order the power of tolerance
शक्ति आ जाओ
and it comes when the task has been accomplished.
आवे। हर शक्ति आपके ऑर्डर पर जी हाजिर हो।
Let every power be ready according to your orders,
परमात्मा
because each power is a gift from God.
तो परमात्मा देन आपकी चीज हो गई।
Therefore, God's gift have become things that belong to you.
इसको जैसे भी यूज करो,
So you can use anything that belongs to you as you like and whenever you like.
ऐसे यह सर्व शक्तियां
In this way,
ऑर्डर पर
all of those powers will remain under your orders.
शक्तियां आपके ऑर्डर पर
All your physical senses will remain under your orders.
है। स्वराज्य अधिकारी
This is known as being a self-sovereign, a master almighty authority.
ऐसे हैं पांडव
Are you Pandavas like this?
मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान भी हैं,
Your master almighty authorities
राज्य अधिकारी भी हैं।
and also self-sovereigns.
ऐसे नहीं कहना कि मुख से निकल गया,
Don't say that it just came out of your mouth.
ऑर्डर दिया जो निकल गया।
Who ordered it to emerge like that?
देखने नहीं चाहते थे,
I didn't want to look at it,
लेकिन देख लिया।
but I looked at it.
करने नहीं चाहते थे,
I didn't want to do it, but it happened.
ऑर्डर पर
According to whose orders does this happen?
इसको अधिकारी कहेंगे या
Would you call this having a right or being controlled? So become someone who has a right, not someone who is controlled.
बाप दादा कहते हैं,
Acha, Bab Dada says,
अभी मधुबन में सब बहुत बहुत खुश,
just as all of you are very happy in Madhuban,
से ही
in the same way,
खुश आबाद रहे।
you must always remain happy and content.
रूहे गुलाब,
You are spiritual roses.
देखो चारों ओर देखो,
Look everywhere.
सभी गुलाब ही गुलाब,
All of you are spiritual roses, roses in bloom,
खिले हुए गुलाब,
roses in bloom.
मुरझाए हुए नहीं हैं,
You have not wilted.
हुए गुलाब,
Your roses in bloom.
सदा ऐसे ही खुश नसीब और
Therefore,
खुशनुमा चेहरा।
remain constantly fortunate
कोई आपके
and cheerful.
तो आपसे
Anyone who sees your faces
क्या मिला है,
should ask you what you have received,
बड़े खुश लग रहे।
because you look very happy.
हर एक का चेहरा बाप का परिचय,
Let each one's face give the Father's introduction,
चित्र परिचय देते हैं।
just as a picture gives an introduction.
चेहरा
In the same way,
बाप का परिचय दे,
let your faces give the Father's introduction, that you have found the Father.
अच्छा सब ठीक है,
Acha, is everything okay?
वाले भी पहुंच गए।
Those from abroad have also arrived here.
लगता है
You like it here, do you not?
मोहिनी बहन न्यूयॉर्क वाली,
To Mohini Ben of New York,
चल सुनने तो बच गई ना,
at least you have been saved from having to hear about the upheaval.
सभी इकट्ठे पहुंच गए।
It is good that all of you have come together.
बहुत अच्छा किया,
You did very well in coming here together. Acha,
नशा है ना,
double foreigners, you have double intoxication,
इतना
do you not?
जो दिल कहता है कि अगर है तो
You have so much intoxication that your heart say, if anyone is this, then it is we double foreigners who are this.
अधिकारी
You have double intoxication of being self-sovereigns and of the ones who have a right to the world. You have double intoxication, do you not? Even Bab Dada likes this.
अगर किसी भी ग्रुप में डबल विदेशी नहीं होते हैं,
If there aren't any double foreigners in a group, it doesn't feel good.
विश्व का पिता है ना,
Baba is the father of the world, and so Those from the world have to be here as well.
माताएं
All are required.
की रौनक नहीं,
There still isn't any splendor if the mothers are not here.
भी रौनक कम,
Even if there aren't any Pandavas, the splendor is reduced.
कोई पांडव नहीं हो,
Just look, if a center doesn't have any Pandavas but only mothers, would you like it?
ऐसे कोई सेंटर की माताएं बैठी है यहाँ
Are there mothers of some centers who are sitting here in which center there are no Pandavas?
सिर्फ पांडव हों और शक्तियाँ न हो,
Also, if there were only Pandavas and no Shaktis, then too
श्रृंगार नहीं लगता,
the center wouldn't have that beauty. Both are needed.
बच्चे भी चाहिए,
Children are also needed.
बच्चे कहते हैं हमारा
Children say, why is our name not mentioned?
की भी रौनक है,
There is the splendor of children too.
बच्चा बैठा,
Are any children sitting in the gathering?
अच्छा अभी
Acha,
सेकंड में
now in a second,
निराकारी आत्मा बन
become incorporeal souls,
बाप की याद
absorbed in the love and remembrance of the incorporeal Father. Baba conducted drill.
बाबा याद प्यार दे रहे हैं, चारों
Now Baba is giving love and remembrance
सर्व स्वराज्य अधिकारी
to all the self-sovereigns everywhere,
सदा साक्षीपन की सीट पर सेट रहने वाली अचल अड़ोग
to the unshakable and immovable souls who remain constantly set on the seats of detached observers,
सर्व को ज्ञान गुण शक्ति देने वाले
to the merciful souls who constantly maintain the awareness of being bestowers, who bestow knowledge, power and virtues on everyone, to the elevated souls
खाने वाले
who constantly show the image of the Father through their faces,
नसीब
to the children who are spiritual roses and who remain constantly happy and fortunate.
दादा का याद प्यार
Bab Dada's love, remembrance and namaste.
हम रूहानी बच्चों की
We spiritual children's love, remembrance.
प्यार से बाबा की बात हो रही है,
Bab Dada speaking to the dadis
सब तरफ
along with service.
108 घंटे योग के भी अच्छे
There are also programs of 108 hours of yoga taking place everywhere.
ज्वाला फोर्स में आए,
The flames of destruction will only become forceful through this volcanic fire. Programs are being made and then they begin to think about it. With yoga, the sins and the burden of sinful actions will burn, and by doing service, your accounts of charity will accumulate.
पुण्य का खाता जमा कर रहे
So you are accumulating your accounts of charity.
कुछ संस्कार
However, only with the fire of yoga,
ज्वाला से
not with ordinary yoga, will the burden of the sanskars of the past burn.
अभी क्या है, योग लगाते हैं
At the moment you have yoga,
पाप भस्म होने का ज्वाला रूप
but it isn't the volcanic fire in which sins can be burned. This is why they are destroyed for a short time, but they then emerge again. Also, just look at Ravan.
जला
He is killed and burnt,
दियाँ भी पानी में डाल
and his bones are thrown into the water.
बची खुची जो हड्डियाँ होती है
All the leftover bones
की लेक में डाल
are thrown into the Naki lake.
हड्डियाँ भी पानी में डाल देती बिल्कुल भस्म हो जाए
Everything has to be completely incinerated.
बिल्कुल भस्म
The sanskars of the past,
भस्म
weak sanskars, should all be completely incinerated. They are not yet burned.
के बाद
They are killed but not yet burned. So after dying,
से
they come back to life.
संसार परिवर्तन होगा
The world will be transformed through the transformation of sanskars.
संस्कार बीच बीच में इमर्ज होते हैं ना
The game of sanskars is now taking place.
खत्म हो जाए
Sanskars emerge in between every now and then. All name and trees have to be destroyed.
अंडरलाइन
The transformation of sanskars is a matter to be specially underlined. Because the sanskars are not transformed, they are also waste thoughts. Time is wasted and a wasteful loss incurred. This has to happen.
काल मिलन की महारास गाई हुई है
Time makes you do it and it will happen through your own efforts. Both together will make it happen.
किसी ने पूछा महारास क्यों नहीं होती है
The Maharaj of the harmonizing of sanskars is remembered.
दृढ़ता नहीं
Baba says it, there is no determination.
पर भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार का
There is different kinds of carelessness.
आज का प्यारी बाप दादा का वरदान
Today's beloved Bab Dada's blessing.
जीवन
May you be a constant yogi and a karma yogi,
बोल और कर्म
and thereby make your every thought, word and action elevated.
निरंतर योगी भव वरदान का विस्तार है
The explanation of the blessing. Every act of a karma yogi soul is yogi yukt and yukti yukt.
अगर कोई भी कर्म युक्ति युक्त नहीं होता
If any action of yours is not yukti yukt, you can then understand that you are not yogi yukt.
कर्म हो जाता है
If your actions are ordinary or wasteful, you cannot be said to be a constant yogi. A karma yogi is someone whose every thought and word are constantly elevated at every second.
कर्म की निशानी है
A sign of elevated actions
संतुष्ट और
is that you yourself would be content and others too would be content.
आत्मा
Only such souls can be constant yogis.
स्लोगन
Slogan.
स्वयं प्रिय
A soul who is loved by himself, loved by people, and loved by God is said to be a blessed image. The Avyakta signal, 8th point. Brahmins means those who are sensible. They always remain content with themselves and also keep others happy. If you become discontent because others make you that, then you cannot experience the happiness of the confluence-aged Brahmin life. To become the form of a Shakti and take yourself away from the atmosphere of others means to keep yourself safe. This is the method to attain the same. Information, trauma hospital, eye hospital and nursing college, BK and non-BK. All brothers and sisters, today at 10 a.m. will reach the meditation hall where Sister Munni and Dr. Pradap Mida will meet. The collective meditation today in the evening, and tomorrow the Amrit Vela Yoga will be in the conference hall, and from tomorrow Murli class will be in the Diamond Hall. Brother Shivananda, who is giving service in the solar department, his Laukik father, who was 98 years, on 6th December 2024, left his mortal coil and took Baba's lap. And we will now have yoga for that soul for 3 minutes.
देते चले प्यार देते चले प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले
देते चले प्यार देते चले प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले
दीप राहों में जलने लगेंगे जीवन सभी के संवरने लगेंगे देते चले प्यार देते चले प्यार प्रभु का लौटाते चले
निर्मल सी मुस्कानों से जग शीतल हो जाएगा, स्नेह भरे दो बोलों से पत्थर पानी हो जाएगा। निर्मल सी मुस्कानों से जग शीतल हो जाएगा, स्नेह भरे दो बोलों से पत्थर पानी हो जाएगा। ईश्वर की पहचान बने, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
ईश्वर की पहचान बने, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
दीप राहों में जलने लगेंगे, जीवन सभी के संवरने लगेंगे। देते चले
प्यार देते चले, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
Godly royalty and spiritual royalty both has connection with one another. With the personality there is a royalty, and if there is a royalty then automatically there is a personality. In the personality we have our aim and objective. The more we remember the Father, the more we will be able to make our personality. The Father is the highest on high, and what is his highness and qualifications. And when we remember Baba's quality, and that qualities we have to awaken within ourselves, and we have to pay attention towards that. Maybe while speaking or seeing or while walking, in every way. As is the Father, so the children. Om Shanti.